You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 6th of October. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather will feature the chance of a few spotty showers for the first half of this week, but unfortunately, rain amounts will not be especially beneficial. Let's go right to the upper air look, which often tells the best story. And again, we have a broad trough over the western states, a broad ridge over the eastern states. And underneath the ridge, moisture did increase. Little tropical low pushed moisture northward yesterday, and you can see some spotty showers this morning over the northern half of the state and a couple of showers near the Gulf Coast. Now, early yesterday, we saw some really big rains over parts of the coastal region. For example, radar suggesting parts of Orange Beach had over 6 inches of rain, but that was a very isolated spot. Other locations had basically nothing across the state, so I'm afraid we're just not going to see much in the way of drought relief for most of Alabama this week. Because of clouds, we're in the 70s this morning, low 70s, low and mid 70s. Highs low and mid 80s in most locations today. Up on the watch warning map, freeze warnings in effect for parts of the Dakotas and Wyoming, Utah, Idaho. That's a sign of the times. But no severe storms this week. That's the good news. This is the severe weather outlook today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. No organized severe storms expected. Rain for the next 7 days. For Alabama, again, just not much. For most of the state, rain amounts under 1/4 of an inch. And that's not going to break a drought. Mobile and Baldwin counties, maybe 1 inch. But really, after Thursday, we go dry for a while. Friday, the weekend, and the first half of next week. And again, this is the latest drought monitor. This product comes out once a week. The next update will be Thursday morning. But clearly, we could use a big rain event. We just don't see that. And remember, this is the driest month of the year, the month of October. So having a long dry spell is nothing unusual this time of the year. Tropics are nice and calm except for one feature in the middle of the Atlantic, Invest 95L. Between the coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles. This is the 2-day outlook, a 50% chance of this developing in the short term. The 7-day outlook showing a 70% chance of this developing, but this will be basically no impact to land. Like we have seen so often this season, a north turn before reaching the Leeward Islands and then out to sea. This is the intensity guidance. This is Invest 95L. And you can see most of the members bring this up to either a tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane. The name will be Jerry. But again, it looks like this will be no impact to land. So model fans, here we go. European model, the OZ run, valid today at 4. Again, trough in the west, ridge in the east. And underneath the ridge, a little moisture in place and maybe a few spotty showers. This is the high-resolution HER model, HRRR, high-resolution rapid refresh, valid this evening at 6 o'clock local time. Just not showing much. Same thing tomorrow. Could there be some rain? Yes, but probably not much. Here's the high-resolution HER tomorrow evening at 6. And again, just a few spotty showers about. Same thing on Wednesday. Got a cold front approaching, by the way. And again, the chance of scattered showers, nothing more than that. And then Thursday, dry air begins to work in from the north. Any showers most likely confined to the southern half of the state. And then Friday, we are in a cooler, drier air mass. Friday should be a sunny and really nice day. Highs Thursday and Friday dropping in the 70s. Most spots will be in the upper 50s and low 60s Friday morning. And Saturday will be a beautiful fall day, just gorgeous. We'll start the day in the 50s, highs in the 70s, just what you expect in October, and the same thing on Sunday. Morning lows in the 50s, the high Sunday afternoon back up around 80. And then a week from today, Monday, October the 13th, still got troughing in the west, a little upper low that's over the middle Atlantic coast with a chance of rain up around D.C. and Baltimore. But again, Monday of next week, we are dry and warm with highs back in the low to mid 80s. Let's keep going. 10 days out. This is Wednesday of next week, October the 15th. Got an upper high on top of us. And again, Now, if you're looking for a really good rush of Canadian air that'll get us in the 40s, no. That is not the pattern for that. And again, warm and dry with highs in the 80s. Here's a look at rain for the next 15 days. And again, that's not encouraging if you're looking for rain, and we all are, I think. The mean is under 1/2 inch between now and the 23rd of October. And the models, the members of the ensemble are pretty tightly clustered. It's a dry look. Temperatures see the drop-off on Thursday and Friday with highs in the 70s. Lows getting down to the mid-50s this weekend. And which means there might be a couple of the cooler pockets over North Alabama in the upper 40s. But most spots in the 50s. But next week, we bounce right back up into the 80s. And again, the pattern will flip, but again, we just don't see any major cool down. In fact, here's the long-range guidance. This is for October 13th through October 19th. And once again, we are solidly in the red. Temperatures above average. Wow, look at the crowds here. Oktoberfest in Cullman. These were taken Saturday night by drone. Gorgeous evening there. Had some pretty good storms in the Gulf Coast yesterday. Didn't rain all day, but the rain was heavy. Again, Orange Beach in this one spot had over 6 inches of rain. Had some pretty decent storms coming into the Florida Panhandle as well late yesterday. And up in North Alabama had a few sprinkles, but enough in some spots to create some more vivid rainbows. This has been the year of rainbows across the state. And again, on the Gulf Coast, after the morning rain, the sunset was pretty good last night. And this was one taken up in Mobile County. Great shot there. And last night's moon, almost full, 97% illuminated, meaning tonight is the full moon. So school teachers and emergency room clinicians, beware. All right, so let's go through the schedule this week. It's a new week, and let's see what we're doing. So this morning, I will be in Bibb County at Brent Elementary School. And then after that, I will be swinging by MMI, Marion Military Institute, down in Perry County. Tomorrow, God's House Kindergarten in Altadena. And I'll be speaking to the North Jefferson Chamber of Commerce after that. Wednesday, the little ones at Green Valley Baptist Church, their weekday program. And then after that, I'll be swinging by Jefferson State Community College. On Thursday, School for Amazing Kids in Helena. Friday, Weaver Elementary School. About that. And then Saturday, I'll be speaking at the University of North Alabama in Florence. So a busy week ahead. And tonight's Monday night. You know what that means? It's Weather Brains Night, the weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. 7 o'clock Central Time on the YouTube Weather Brains channel, youtube.com/weatherbrains. And as always, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News, and you can catch my forecast daily on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday, and God bless.